Top 5 Tour, helping you find the best. I screened my film in Dunedin recently, my motorcycle film, and the local dealer was there and he's actually lent me a motorbike for the weekend. So there was one place I really wanted to go. It's Rick Stein's favourite. Rick's the TV chef. I'm at Fleurs Place, renowned for its fresh seafood with Fleur. And for this feature, I'm featuring the best seafood restaurant in New Zealand.
Thank you.
Well, at Fleur, you can't get better than this. We are right on the water. I've been here since 11, and I saw you earlier go and get the fish from the fishermen. The fishermen fillet the fish just here, straight into the kitchen.
Yes.
And this location, it's just magical, isn't it?
It's absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Now, from your history, you've been in hospitality all your life.
Yes.
You set this up when you were, I'll mention your age, we have talked about this.
Yes.
When you were 63, you
Yes.
decided to set this up. Now, was this your retirement plan, to have a quiet little restaurant in a fishing village?
No.
Not too many people?
No.
No? You
No,
always thought
no.
it would take off?
Yep. Oh, no, I didn't. But all I wanted was for people to eat some fresh fish.
Yep.
And to have the opportunity to eat some fresh fish. And also, there were a lot of fishermen here then. And it seemed that all the fish always left the village after they came in a truck and went away.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it. And one stage I heard one guy telling a reporter for a magazine or something, "Oh, I fish for Fleur." And I felt really so proud, and it was so good.
Keeping it local,
Yes,
fresh local
yes,
produce.
yep.
Now, we are here right on the the waterfront. You've become famous, really. You've got not just Rick Stein. It's become, a lot of people trek here. Now that's the fascinating thing too, that you've set up this restaurant in a small fishing village where people actually come to just sample the seafood.
Well, not many people came into this village before. It was a place where blokes came to go fishing, and of course there were the people that lived here. But there wasn't a lot of traffic into the village, and I really, I didn't ever dream that I would make this much difference to the traffic coming into the village, or the people coming to the village. But I was only looking to get people who like fish the opportunity to come here. Well, I knew that it would get busy, but I thought I'd be out of here by then. I would never leave Moeraki, but it is a hard job that we do, because most restaurants just ring up and order the fish from the fishmonger. Even Rick Stein does that.
Oh.
Because we've had his guys working here, and they really haven't ever dealt with the pure raw product with the guts and the gills and everything like we do. Yeah. But it's getting a bit complicated. But no, I'm really very proud that we've all done a good job, and we've got the good fish, and we've got it's galloping ahead all the time. The more people that understand what we do, the more people we're getting all the time, and it's
Isn't it a
hard,
sad?
it's hard work for me, but it's a
Well,
pleasure.
I've been here since 11. It's now nearly 6 o'clock, and Fleur, you have been on the go.
Yeah.
You have not stopped. And I'll mention your age. You won't mind. 79, and you can you see yourself retiring? Or what pushes you to keep doing it?
Because I'm a bit obsessive, I suppose, but I love what we present. I love the fact that we don't. It's natural and good, and we're using it. I can't imagine ever doing anything any other way than how I do it. And so I have to find like-minded people to do it with me. Yeah. And I've always known that like regional food. So if you do regional food and you stick to what you do, and people know when they come, it will be consistent. Yeah. Every day there's people from all over the world, and it's word of mouth. Yeah. It's great. Love it.
Yeah. The actual building itself, it was a reclaimed farm barn, is that correct?
Yes, it was. And I heard about it from a young man that did some work for me on my house in Moeraki, and went and had a look. And it was on the Kakanui Wharf, which is the next village up the road on the ocean. And it had been shifted by 2 6-horse teams, and it was on a big lean and was going to be pushed over and burnt.
I notice around on the walls there's numerous messages from all around the world, mainly saying, best seafood we've ever had.
Yeah.
When did that start?
Well, when it became all over the building, it was with the Asian tourism.
Right.
Asian tourism came.
They're into that.
And they had their felt tips. And because I had a few special people on the door and on the chairs, we had TV crews and that on the chairs and things, and we had Rick Stein. There's a lot of people I've never asked to sign the wall, but like I don't want to grab people and say sign my wall. I actually made Rod Stewart sign.
Oh, Rod Stewart.
I made him sign.
The place where Rod Stewart comes for seafood in New Zealand.
Yeah, he actually, I had a guy waiting at the wharf to give him a ride out in the boat and catch a fish if he wanted, because he had the whole afternoon to fill in before he went down for his concert. And anyway, he said that his management would never allow him to go on it was a mill pond. He wouldn't have gone far.
He wouldn't have been
got
allowed to. Gee.
Wasn't allowed to. So when he asked what was the freshest fish in the restaurant, I said it was the one that you could have caught if you wanted. But it was anyway. That
but
isn't
it an interesting? I mean, because the meals here are quite simple. It's you don't.
Yes.
The fish speaks for itself. The seafood speaks for itself. But isn't it probably a sad state of affairs for food that people aren't eating fresh anymore? That because you're doing it straight from the sea, localized, regional, fresh seafood, you've developed a name for yourself. Like you would think other restaurants would look at that and go, this is.
I think it's too hard. We've got fish here, we've got boats here.
Yep.
And the seas are all around us.
Yep.
But I became a licensed fish receiver.
Yep.
So that I can buy fish off the boats if they will sell it to me.
Yep.
But a lot of people are just fishing for the companies now.
Yeah.
And the big long line boats are certainly not, as far as I'm aware, they're not private, they're big company boats.
Yeah.
And I had to buy my own quota. I get like 5 tubs of blue cod and 2 of moki and 3 of gurnard, and we have to deal with it. and in the kitchen the guys are going, what am I going to do? Because at the beginning it was exciting for them. Now it's work.
Yeah.
And
well, you've been. I've been. As I said, I've been here since 11. You've been flat out since then. I think you've greeted every person who walks in there. Have you got any stories about any customers? What do people say about the place when they?
People would like to have a home like it. People, they just feel good when they come inside.
It is quite a peaceful place. There's something special about it.
It is.
Even sitting out here, it's just beautiful. And you're in your autumn years. What keeps you going?
It's a regional restaurant, and provincial food, regional and provincial and fresh, and people expect that to be there forever. Like you come back 8 years later and the chowder tastes as good as it did 8 years ago.
Yeah.
That's what I love about this food, and I love it. And everybody has heard from somebody, and they expect it to be as good as they say.
Yeah.
And a man said to me today, I came here a wee bit grumpy because I didn't believe it could be as good as, and he said, they always say a 10 out of 10, it's reached all my expectations.
But for you, why do you keep, what is it that you keep doing it for? Like, why don't you just sit back and take it easy and, put a hammock up out the side there, let it...
Oh, no, that won't happen.
No. You enjoy it though, don't you?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that just the way you greet greet pretty much every customer.
Yeah, and every single thing, I'm as consistent at 9 o'clock in the morning as I am at 10 o'clock at night.
I would agree with
and
that.
that's what I say to these kids that work here. Like I do it, I don't expect anybody to do it any different. You've got to be, I'm happily the same in the morning as at the end of the night.
But I think you get a joy out of seeing people enjoy good food.
Yes. I would really upset me. Sometimes it can't be helped, but maybe I don't say goodbye to everybody. But if there's the chance that someone's escaped me and they're out, I always go out and call out goodbye and thank you for coming. But in the old days when I used to say call out, they used to say to me, "Oh, we paid." They thought they weren't used to that, and they thought when I called out that they thought that I thought they hadn't paid.
Yeah. Well, look, Fleur, thanks for your time. It's been a wonderful day just to visit.
Thank you.
I do truly recommend if you're passing through this way, drop in. It's not just the freshest fish you can get. It's Fleur also. It's the actual building's unique, and look where we are. Look at it. Yeah. If you can't be relaxed here, there's something wrong with you.
Thank you.
But thank you, Fleur. Thank you for your time.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Eat, drink, sleep, do, shop. We handpick the best of each location. Top 5 Tour, helping you find the best.